So in this video, we're going to use yet another NPM package in order to set a couple of really important security HTTP headers. So to set these headers, we will yet again use a middleware function, which will come again from an NPM package. So let's install that, and it's called Helmet. So this is kind of a standard in Express development. So everyone who's building an Express app should always use this Helmet package, all right? Because again, Express doesn't use all these security best practices out of the box. And so we basically need to manually go ahead and put them there, okay? So const helmet require helmet, okay? And so let's do this right after this one. And this one couldn't be any easier. All we need to do is to call helmet here. And so that will then produce the middleware function that should be put right here. Okay, so in app.use, we always need a function, not a function call, right? So here we are calling this function, and this will then in turn return a function that's going to be sitting here until it's called. All right, and it's best to use this helmet package early in the middleware stack so that these headers are really sure to be set. Okay, so don't put it like somewhere at the end, put it right in the beginning. And actually let's put it really here in the beginning as the first of all middlewares. Okay, and we are really growing our middleware stack here. So let's just give each of them a name. So security, HTTP, headers, and that's of course not correct. And here let's actually use a verb. So set security HTTP. Limit requests from same API. Now here we have this one as well. So this is development logging, basically. Then this one here is called the body parser. So basically reading data from the body into rec.body. Okay, and actually since we're here, let's implement that thing that I mentioned in the theory lecture where I said that we can limit the amount of data that comes in the body. Remember that? So here in JSON, we can actually specify some options. And for that, as always, we pass in an object. And so here we can say limit, and let's limit it to 10 kilobyte, okay? And so the package will then understand, it will parse this string here into meaningful data, all right? And so now when we have a body larger than 10 kilobyte, it will basically not be accepted, all right? Then finally, this one here is for serving static files, okay? And this is finally just some test middleware here. Let's just keep it here because sometimes it's useful. For example, for taking a look at the headers here, like we did back then. Okay, so that is helmet. Let's now do a request and then take a look at all the headers that it gives us, basically. So let's send it here. And then now you see we have 14 headers. So that's a lot more than before. And so the new ones are basically this one here, prefetch control off. We have this strict transport security. You have the download options. There's also this one here for XSS protection. And so the browser understands these headers and can then act on them, basically. All right. Let's quickly actually take a look at the Helmet documentation. So of course, as always, that's on GitHub. And so here you see basically all the middlewares that are included, because Helmet is in fact a collection of multiple middlewares. So that's actually what it says here. So it's a collection of 14 smaller middlewares. And some of them are active by default, which are these ones here marked like this. And so if you're interested, you can take a look at all of these others. And then if you think you need some of them, you can, of course, then turn it on specifically. Okay, and it tells you how to do that also up here in the documentation. Okay, but I'm fine just with the default options. And so, yeah, that was actually very simple. And so let's now quickly move on to the next video.